Phú Quốc Pearl Island, top 10 most favorite islands, one of the 23 best destinations to visit in 2023.
More prettier than the mainland.
Romantic beaches.
Good food and friendly people.
Phú Quốc, Vietnam's first island city, boasts many records, yet its past remains obscure to many. Phú Quốc, situated off Vietnam's southwest coast, is the country's largest island, spanning nearly 60,000 hectares. With 22 islands and a 150-kilometer-long coastline, it boasts stunning beaches, abundant forest, and diverse marine life. Phú Quốc is well connected by sea and air, offering the potential to evolve into a premier global tourist destination and enriching the socio-economic landscape of the Mekong Delta and Vietnam. 2 decades ago, Phú Quốc faced transportation challenges. It lacked airports and electricity. Between 2002 and 2004, the average income per capita was a little over $280 per year. The tourism sector was in its infancy.
Before 2004, Phú Quốc was solely agricultural and aquacultural, with minimal trade development.
In October 2004, the Prime Minister issued Decision Number 178, approving a project for Phú Quốc Island's development until 2010, with a vision to 2020. The project aimed to rapidly boost the island's economy, enhance security and defense, and establish it as a regional and international tourism hub. Targets included attracting 300 to 350,000 tourists annually by 2010 and 2 to 3 million visitors by 2020. In 2006, the Prime Minister permitted Phú Quốc investment projects to enjoy incentives for particularly challenging areas. The Phú Quốc Island Development Investment Management Board, also called Phú Quốc Economic Zone Management Board, was established with the tasks and functions of a specialized provincial-level agency. Phú Quốc quickly developed An Thới International Port, Phú Quốc International Port, and Bãi Vòng Port. Construction of the international passenger port in Dương Đông is ongoing. Phú Quốc International Airport commenced operations in 2012 with nearly 30 daily flights, including 10 international routes. An island-wide road network is under construction. The island is now linked to the national electricity grid and fiber optic networks. Currently, 100% of households have access to fresh water. Medical and educational facilities have been expanded. Therefore, Phú Quốc has attracted numerous large investors. There are 286 tourism projects with a total capital of over $15 billion. There are dozens of five-star resorts belonging to high-class brands. The world's longest 3-wire cable car route takes tourists from An Thới to Hòn Thơm Commune. In just a decade, Sun Group has established almost 60 projects in the island's south with a total capital investment of $2 billion. Notably, the multi-experience entertainment complex Sunset Town, valued at $160 million, stands out.
We want to promote local culture through our shows. We will bring the world shows to Phú Quốc to make the island a unique destination. That is how to connect Vietnam with the world.
Tourism and services account for 70% of the island's economic structure and create jobs for about 70% of its population. This fish sauce production facility invests in a chain of hotels and cuisine outlets for tourists to experience Phú Quoc's traditional fish sauce making.
Witnessing Phú Quoc's transformation, we returned home to support our family and develop a tourism-related business.
Our hotel occupancy has increased from 20% to 80 to 90%.
Tourism activities have contributed to improving local people's living standards.
In addition to tourism associated with islands, heritage, and craft villages, Phú Quốc has also developed its night economy. Sunset Town offers visitors Asian and European cuisine.
We are having an amazing day. The festival is rocking. You should come here too. We are having fun here. Love from India.
Phú Quốc is truly great. I think it will thrive thanks to such an art market.
Go Hon or Kiss Bridge is a new island tourism symbol. Phú Quốc is the only island in the world that hosts fireworks displays every night. Visitors can learn about Vietnamese culture thanks to a free puppet show every evening.
It's my first time watching water puppetry in Phú Quốc. It's amazing.
Businesses and local authorities have made joint efforts to make Phú Quốc a unique Vietnamese and global destination.
Over the years, large corporations have changed the island's appearance.
Phú Quốc Island District became a Class 2 city, and the country's first island city in 2021 is striving to become a Class 1 urban area before 2025. The island has achieved all 4 targets set out by Decision Number 178. Phú Quốc population was only 80,000 in 2004, reaching 149,000 in 2023. Tourism service revenues were over $272 million in 2023, a 49-fold increase compared to 2004. Meanwhile, the total budget revenue was only $1.54 million in 2004, which soared to over $312 million in 2023.
After 20 years, islanders' lives have improved significantly. The average income per capita is estimated to be over $12,000 annually. Phú Quốc is one of the country's localities with the highest per capita income.
As Phú Quốc develops, it's a better location from which to protect national security and defense.
However, policy mechanisms, investment budgets, human resources, land, environment, and urban management still have limitations. In June 2022, the Prime Minister approved Phú Quốc general planning tax until 2040. To continue realizing the city's vision in this new context, innovative strategies with specific policies are crucial for Phú Quốc to make further breakthroughs.
Phú Quoc's breakthrough potential is currently focused on developing it into a world-class ecotourism and resort center.
Phú Quốc can be a place to build innovation centers and laboratories.
Phú Quốc can attract large investors through dynamic projects such as airport expansions, road construction, specialized passenger ports, and urban railways. Mechanisms for land acquisitions and strategic investor selection are also important.
Currently, tourists visiting Phú Quốc enjoy a 30-day visa exemption. We have asked Kiên Giang Province to propose an increase to 90 days or even 180 days to the government and the Prime Minister, so tourists can stay longer here.
Some mechanisms are outdated. We hope the government and ministries will consider providing Phú Quốc and Kiên Giang with new mechanisms.
Kiên Giang will propose to the Prime Minister to review and integrate specialized policy mechanisms for Phú Quốc. This mechanism will be added to the regional specialized mechanism in accordance with the Politburo's Resolution Number 13 on socio-economic development and defense and security protection in the Mekong Delta until 2030 with a vision to 2045. Shortly, Hon Thơm will have a 6-star hotel complex with international super-luxury brands. This is expected to put Phú Quốc on par with and surpass Bali and Phuket. These vacation paradises welcomed more than 10 million visitors in 2023. The number of international visitors to Phú Quốc in the first quarter of this year increased sixfold year-on-year. There are various opportunities, however, a new vision is needed for the island's tourism to shine and grow. Treasure trove of the Central Highlands. The ethnic peoples of the Central Highlands have an extremely rich and diverse culture with unique arts, writing, costumes, folk music, and cuisine. The Central Highlands has many valuable tangible and intangible cultural heritages, such as stone instruments and gongs, various folk cultural and community activities, and folk literature treasures. The region's heritages are well preserved and have historical and unique aesthetic value, such as communal houses, long houses, stone instruments, rong houses, festivals, epics, ancient stories, fables, rhythms, and folk melodies. All of these unique cultural assets have been passed down through many generations. Due to the characteristics of its primary forest ecosystem, the Central Highlands is rich in countless bamboo species. Therefore, it can be concluded that the bamboo musical instruments in the Central Highlands reflect the ecological features of the land where the people live. Nature protects and provides ethnic communities with resources for life and impetus to coexist harmoniously with the forest. The local population relies on nature to survive and develop their intelligence and rich imagination by watching how nature works. They gather raw materials from the forest and breathe new life and purpose into them. Central Highlands people use what is readily available to create soothing sounds that dispel fatigue after a day's hard work in their fields. A bum whose musicality has been praised by people in Con Cloc village is managing a unique Sedang musical instrument. In the past, the Sedang people used bamboo tubes like this to preserve seeds for the next crop. After sowing all the seeds, people often play cheerful music with simple instruments or even with their working tools when resting in the fields. That is how they entertain themselves. Music helps ward off fatigue by occupying their minds. According to Abom, the klong put is a traditional bamboo xylophone. The sound is produced through a resonance by clapping the ends of the bamboo tubes. This instrument is reserved for women and often accompanies gong performances. It's only played during the sowing season or the harvest ceremony. When playing, people stand at both ends of the tube, using cupped hands to clap vigorously to force air into the tube to create sound. The ding tut is an instrument that Central Highlanders play mostly during spring. According to a folk tale, once upon a time, there was a family with 6 sisters. Their parents often worked far away, leaving their children to care for each other at home. During many nights, missing the warmth of their parents and unable to sleep, the sisters hugged each other and lay down, listening to the sound of crickets. Old bamboo pipes stood in the corner of the house, so the eldest sister picked them up and blew along with the chirping of crickets so that her younger sisters would not cry. The strange, dull sound from the bamboo tube attracted the attention of the sisters, who craved their mother's breath and were distracted by their sadness. After many similar nights, the sisters placed 6 bamboo tubes together to play along with the crickets. The instrument's melodies would resound through the forest, reaching their parents and telling them that the sisters were okay and having fun at home. That's the origin story of the ding tut. Previously, only women played the ding tut, and men only played gongs and other musical instruments. However, men have recently learned how to play the ding tut. In the afternoon, the sun descends towards the forest edge, awakening the nocturnal animals. Central Highlanders use wind chimes to prevent such creatures from entering the village, ruining the crops and killing farm animals. Their wind chimes are made from bamboo, again expressing the harmony between humans and nature. The harmony between the chime and the wind creates a melody reminiscent of heaven and earth. In addition, bamboo wind chimes are used to ward off evil spirits. Bamboo is also the material used to make another popular Central Highlands instrument, the bamboo zither. This instrument is, by turns, melodious, like the babbling of a flowing stream, and fierce, like a wild animal. The bamboo zither has become a familiar constant to the people here, blending into each person's consciousness. When a baby is born, its mother often sings lullabies to help it fall asleep. Lullabies and their mother's arms shape a baby's childhood. Mothers in the Central Highlands often carry their babies while at home or working in the fields. These lullabies will gradually bring the child to sleep on the Great Plateau. Consequently, the child will form an ethnic and cultural personality thanks to the lullabies. Like other ethnic groups in Vietnam, the folk songs of ethnic groups on the Trường Sơn mountain range are closely linked to the human life cycle. Compositions always carry meaning. They are not just for entertainment. At funerals, some ethnic groups refrain from singing. They only play gongs during funerals. That's why Central Highlands people added gongs dedicated to funeral performances. These gongs are made as a means to replace the singing of folk songs. Therefore, at the funerals of the people here, there is almost no mournful singing as often heard at funerals of other ethnic groups. Instead, there are cheerful gong sounds reflecting the cycle of life. That series of folk melodies is designed to send the souls of the deceased back to the eternal ancestral world and serves as an expression of the Central Highlanders' brighter outlook on death. When young men and women in the village mature, they gather and sing love songs to each other. That's how love stories are created here in the Central Highlands. Musical talent is important when choosing a life partner here, so most Central Highlanders practice folk singing regularly. People who can play gongs and other instruments and sing folk songs fluently are often considered more capable in the eyes of others. The young boys and girls looking for their life partners will sing to each other while others playing instruments. This is also a unique feature of the Central Highlands, considered a more advanced form of other ethnic groups' love of singing. At the same time, boys and girls only use pure vocal art. In the ethnic Central Highlands, epic storytellers are regarded as outstanding talents. Besides having a super memory and a treasure trove of old stories, they must also be able to improvise with poetry and music on the spot and possess the expressive ability necessary to convey the plot. Accordingly, an epic performance is on-the-spot improvisation. Depending on the crowd's emotions, the artist will choose the breaking point, arrange the appropriate tone for each verse content, or raise his voice slightly to chant and recite to describe the glorious victories of the ancient heroes vividly. Not many epic storytellers are left, but they are determined to teach the young ones their versions of the epics and their skills. Whether born in the Central Highlands or just a visitor, one will be excited to experience the massive cultural treasures of the ethnic groups here. One will worry about curating the unique cultural capital so that new generations and visitors in the Central Highlands can continue to enjoy the uniqueness of this sunny and windy land.